Hi Dean, it's been a while since I made you a video, so even though this isn't going to be the longest one or the most rigorous class, I thought I'd send you a little evening yoga practice that I was going to do anyways for myself. Just a little way to unwind, maybe re-energize, something you could do when you come home from work and have some work left to do, but you just need to get centered really quickly. So we're gonna start today seated in a cross-legged pose. Actually, let me move the screen down a little bit. There we go. Recommend getting like a block, just a yoga block, or if you have a pillow or something, just place it right underneath your sitting bones. I like having something hard because it's like having a raised floor. You can feel your sits bones more than if it's just a pillow. So anyways, get comfortable, find either a cross-legged position, or if you'd like, you'd actually have your feet extended out in front of you. Might actually make it easier to find a long spine when you're sitting on a block than when you're not. Helps to lift up the head and relaxes the hips a little more when the knees are underneath or below the hips. So I'm going to cross my legs. Take a nice deep breath, inhale, roll your shoulders up towards your ears, and exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Good. Just take a moment to settle deeply into your breath. Notice any areas of pain, any areas of tension you may have acquired throughout your work day or any day, and just begin to get focused, maybe even closing your eyes, continuing to let your breath wash over you. Every inhale, just notice your head grow a little longer, spine reaching towards the ceiling. Every exhale, maybe leaning backwards a little more, leaning back towards the wall behind you, allowing your shoulders to expand towards the back wall rather than rounding forward. So just take a moment to become consciously aware of your spine in space, something we don't often think about. Inhale. Again, puff your chest up, and exhale with your chest forward. Notice your shoulders reach towards the back wall, maybe even finding a little bit of an arch in the upper spine, in the thoracic spine. At the bottom of the exhale, again, find the shoulders directly over those hips. Good. Take 3 more deep breaths, trying to make each breath, every inhale, a little bit longer than the last one. Good. Final inhale to a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finding the top of your inhale, perhaps holding that breath. Try to hold the breath for between 5 and 10 seconds. And exhaling again to a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now allow your breath to return to its steady pace, uncontrolled. And inhale, sweep your arms up towards the sky, growing nice and long, rooting from the roots all the way up to the crown. Again, reaching the head up, pulling your arms out of the sockets or the shoulder of your shoulder sockets, really reaching for the sky. Inhale, like you're trying to pull space in between those vertebrae, between the vertebrae. And exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Namaste position. And I just laughed because I'm wearing a Namaste shirt that Mom gave me for my birthday. Okay. Can you continue to breathe, inhaling long exhales, Perhaps even placing your thumb near your heart, trying to find that heartbeat, tapping into the more primal energies, noticing solely your physical needs right now. Trying to let go of anything you found earlier in the day or later on, just tapping into the breath and the energy that flows throughout your veins. Good. Next, inhale. Again, sweep your arms up towards the sky. And exhale this time, your arms out to a T position. And notice your fingertips. So first point the fingers towards the walls. Inhale like you're trying to reach towards two different walls. You're getting torn apart. And then exhale, allow the arm bones to settle back into the shoulder sockets. So a comfortable distance. You're not reaching or extending anymore. And then, but flex your fingers up. Point your fingers towards the ceiling. Good. Might notice a little bit of tension starting to build in the arms. Just be there. Notice it. Inhale and reach your arms up towards the ceiling. And exhale your arms out behind you. Begin to make very large circles. And allowing some synovial fluid to start flowing throughout the shoulders, the shoulder joints. Inhaling, reaching up for the sky, stretching as we did earlier, and then exhaling, reaching your arms behind you and towards the ground, maybe skimming the grounds. Good, just a couple more breaths. Again, syncing the movement with the breath, maybe picking up the breath a little more. But then beginning to slow it down, and as you slow it down, begin to make smaller circles. Again, now just making little micro movements with the arms, like kind of like you're window washing, two windows on either side of you. Just little movements up, back, down, and around. Just noticing a little bit of fire build, trying to find some curiosity in those little muscles that we have in the arms. Something we might not notice. Good. Inhale and exhale, relax. Notice if maybe you've lost a little bit of integrity in your spine, focusing on the heat building in your arms. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, grow nice and long. And exhale, now wrap that right arm under the left, stacking the arm bones on top of each other, and then find those eagle arms, intertwine the forearms, and eventually your hands, your palms will touch. If you can't quite get the palms to touching, maybe just allow the outside of your hands to touch, and eventually you'll work towards that eagle arms. Good. Now you're starting to feel a little bit of a stretch, something in contrast to the strengthening that we just found in those mild arm exercises. Inhale and find a back bend. Reach your arms towards the wall behind you. Maybe even allow your neck to let go if that's comfortable. And then exhale, round forward, round out the spine. Drop the head towards the ground. Point the fingers towards the ground. One more time. Deep inhale. Rooting from the base and reaching the crown towards the wall behind you. And long exhale, lean forward. Slowly roll back up to center. Deep inhale, long exhale, unwraps those arms. Shake out the shoulders, maybe drop the hands for a second. And when you're ready, inhale those arms back out to the T position. Again, grow nice and long, trying to find space in between the shoulder joints and the arms. Maybe inhale, reach towards the side wall, bend, and exhale to the other side. Feeling a little silly, but playful, something I love about yoga. Swaying side to side like a little piece of seaweed. Allow your arms to relax. Mine are starting to get a little tense. Inhale and exhale again. Grow nice and long. Reach those arms up towards the fingers up towards the ceiling. And begin to make circles in the other direction now. So towards you and then behind and back. Big circles starting again. Inhaling and exhaling, maybe just dropping the hands. Good. Maybe allowing your breath to become a little more audible. Tapping into that ujjayi breath. And then, again, beginning to make those circles smaller. And just window washing. Maintaining that reach of the fingertip towards the ceiling. Maintaining the reach of the fingertips, those fingernails towards you. Tapping into the core strength, keeping the spine nice and long, even though you're probably more focused on your upper arms right now. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. And exhale now, the left arm under the right, wrapping around. Oh, right arm under the left. Nope, left arm under the right to find those eagle arms again. Notice one side might be a little more tense than the other. One side maybe just outside of the hands, inside of the hands on the other side. Doesn't matter. Every side is different. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Maybe reach your head back. And exhale again, round forward. One more time. Inhale, really reach up towards the sky. Grow long in that spine. And exhale, forward. Good. Inhale, slowly roll up. Unwind those arms. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. And exhale, allow the arms to fall towards the ground and just give your arms a little bit of a shake. Notice any heat that may have built up there. Maybe flap your arms side to side just to allow a little bit of release. Good. Inhale again, those shoulders up towards your ears, and exhale them back and down. Growing nice and long in that spine. Again, noticing that spinal length. Inhale, grow nice and long in the crown. And exhale, allow the right ear to fall towards the right shoulder. Growing nice and open through the left side of the neck, which may become a little tense during that arm exercise or just tense from the day. Try to maintain integrity in your core and in your spine, even though you're maybe tilting towards the right a little bit. Deep inhale and exhale around the head. Allow the head to drop towards the floor. And as your head drops towards the floor, take your arms and clasp them behind you. Reach your arms towards the back wall, lifting them up towards the sky as they extend behind you, and allow the neck to continue dropping forward. Taking the stretch in the neck to the upper shoulders and the back. Maybe every inhale, reaching your arms behind you a little higher. Every exhale, dropping your neck a little further towards the ground. Good. Final exhale. Drop your hands again to either side of your hip, and then roll that neck towards the left shoulder. Left shoulder now, left ear now reaching towards the left shoulder. That right side of the neck opening up. It's a good moment to tap into that ocean sounding breath and more static poses. When your mind starts to wander, making that sound, that breath with sound, brings you back to the present moment a little better than just a traditional breath. Good. And your next inhale, roll your neck towards the sky, look up. Deep inhale, long exhale, noticing your chest maybe shifting forward, your shoulders shifting back. Little bit of a heart opener. Perhaps noticing the expanse of your breath a little more throughout the chest. Deep inhale. And long exhale, slowly bring that neck back to center. Good, come forward. Take that block or book or whatever you have underneath you, out from underneath you, and come into a kneeling position. Not kneeling, tabletop position. Knees under the hips, wrists directly under the shoulders, and just begin to find that cow belly breath. So drop the belly towards the floor, look up towards the ceiling, inhale, and then exhale, round out the back to find that cat. Inhale again, drop the belly towards the floor. Inhale and exhale, find that cat breath. Inhale one more time, dropping the belly, relaxing the belly and the spine. And then exhale, drawing the belly button into the spine and round your back up like a cat. Pause here for one full breath, noticing if you can find extra length by staying in the pose. One more inhale. And then exhale again, drop the belly, relax, look up towards the sky, and take a moment in the back bend to see if you can find any more length. Good. Now curl your back toes under, lift your knees off of the mat. Bring your hips towards the back walls and allow your heels to gently reach towards the floor. And don't force anything if they don't naturally just fall on the floor. It's not a big deal. Probably just a little tense from the day. Take a few seconds just to walk the dog, inhaling, stretching one leg, and exhaling, bending that knee down, stretching the opposite leg. Just taking some time to become aware again of your body, your physical body, letting everything else melt away. When you're ready, inhale and really reach your sits bones up towards the sky. Press into your hands. Allow your neck to release. Extend both legs. Three deep cleansing breaths. Full inhales. Long, relaxed exhales that relax your neck a little more. Good. Deep inhale brings your heels off of the floor. Come up onto your toes. Begin to round your back out, looking again like that cat, and coming forward into a high plank. Oh, a little hood on my shirt. Finding that high plank, notice the alignment of your shoulders with the hips, so your butt's not way up in the air or towards the ground. Nice and flat. Inhale, reach that right foot up towards the sky. And then exhale, bring the knee up towards your elbow, towards the ground, and then shoot it back. Inhale and come forward. Exhale, come halfway down, that right foot still reaching up towards the sky. And inhale, find that upward facing dog. Knees can be on or off the mat. Good. Take a few cycles of breath here. Keeping your leg muscles engaged, even if the knees are on the mat, just to protect that low spine. Good. Full inhale, look up, and then exhale. Put your knees on the ground and find child's pose. So knees are either wide apart on the mat or directly next to each other. Head resting on the floor. So again, just a reminder, if the knees are wide on the mat, you're going to find a good bit of a better hip opener than if they're directly underneath you. Just take 5 more deep breaths here. Taking time to really sink into the posture. Notice any new tense areas that you might gloss over in a more intense and more fast practice. Good. Final inhale. Long exhale. Let out maybe a sigh. Slowly come forward, lifting your knees up. Maybe bring them together, but walk your hands forward and stay. Keep your hands on the ground and find that puppy pose. So hands are reaching far in front of you. Again, trying to stretch out the vertebrae in your spine, reaching forward as your hips reach back, but the knees are on the ground. You can place the chin on the floor to open up the base of your throat, or if it's more comfortable, the neck, the crown of your head on the floor. Good. A deep inhale. Exhale, walk your hands out towards the right, finding a left side body stretch. The inhale is pushing the left side body further to the left to open up the rib cage a little more. Next, inhale, slowly walk your hands over to the right side. And exhale, allow your head to reach towards the floor. Slowly walk your hands back out in front of you. And then walk your hands towards your knees, coming to standing on your knees. So hips, shoulders over hips, hips over knees. Inhale, sweep your arms up towards the sky, growing nice and long, clasping the hands together over your head, reaching towards the sky. And then exhale, place your hands behind you on your sacrum, so right on your hip bones. Really flex your legs, flex your glutes, engage your abs. Inhale. And exhale again. Press your chest towards the front of the wall as you reach your shoulders back, finding that back bend we found earlier, but now in camel's pose, maybe even dropping your neck behind you if that's comfortable. Take 3 deep breaths. Final inhale. Long exhale. Slowly using your abs, pull yourself back up to center. Drop your arms. Allow your shoulders to relax. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. And then just pausing for a rotation in between. Exhale, reach your right arm behind you and your left arm out in front of you to that T position. Inhale, come back center. And exhale now, right arm in front of you, left arm behind you as you twist and look over that left arm. Use your core to twist rather than just reaching your arms behind you. Really engage the core to twist deeper. Good. Inhale, come back up center. And then exhale, again turning towards the right arm behind you, left arm in front of you. Inhale, center, and exhale, again towards the left. Inhale, center, arms over you. Gonna turn right, but this time just allow your hands to drop down by your sides. So just allowing some energy to just wash off your hands. Inhale, center. And then exhale that left hand again behind you, just drop it behind you. So allow this part of the practice to be kind of just letting go of any negative energy. Inhale, reaching up. And exhaling, just sighing everything out like you're just dropping down a heavy suitcase of anxiety. Inhale up and exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, twist. Maybe allowing the movement to be a little quicker, but always breathing in heavily and deeply to send more oxygen to the spine. Allow your arms to just relax and slap onto your belly, your spine, just like coat sleeves. Good. Slowly bringing the movements down back to center. And coming back to center. Just take a moment to check in. Inhale, shoulders up, back, and down. Finding that alignment once again. Notice if your heart rate has changed, if the breathing has changed at all. If your knees are becoming uncomfortable from all the kneeling, you can always roll up the mat underneath you, or place any blankets or anything. So I'm just going to roll the mat like this for a little more comfort for the knees. Good. We're going to take that camel pose one more time. This time going for the feet. So you can tuck the back toes under, makes the ankles a little closer to reach, or leave them untucked, whatever's more comfortable, whatever floats your boat. Good. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Find lots of length. Prepare for the back bend. And then exhale, engage the core. Either bring your hands back again to that your hip bones, or bring your right arm to the right ankle, right hand to right ankle, left hand to left ankle. Inhale, pushing the hips towards the front of the room, and exhale, drop the neck if it's comfortable. Feel your shoulders reaching for the back wall. Now just do me a favor and notice what it's like to completely disengage the glutes. Notice maybe a little bit of pain in the lower back and that lumbar spine. So we want to avoid that kind of pain, that kind of bone compressing pain. So notice, make sure you really keep the glutes engaged, the thighs engaged, and the abs engaged. Good. Take 3 cleansing breaths. So just taking time to open up the heart and fight against all of that forward leaning we do at our desks. At the bottom of the next exhale, inhale, reach the left arm towards the sky, twist towards the right. So right hand still on the right ankle. Inhale, grow nice and long, reaching towards the back wall, left hip reaching towards the front wall. And then exhale, return that left hand to the left ankle and reach the right arm up and behind you. Right hip forward, right hand back. Inhale, growing long. And exhale, again, dropping that hand behind you, dropping the neck for one breath. And super important, engage the abs, engage the glutes. Slowly come back up, maybe hands to hips. Bring yourself back up to that kneeling position. If you have the mat rolled under you, just take a second to unroll it. And do one more pose with the knees as your foundation. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. And then exhale, reach behind you, clasping your hands together. And notice if there's one habitual way you always clasp your hands, like I always put my left finger over my right. Just mix it up a little bit. See what it's like to put your right forefinger over the left, or however you don't normally do it. Recrossing the thumbs. Good. Inhale and exhale. Begin to reach your forehead towards the mat. Place your forehead on the mat and reach your hands up towards the ceiling, towards the wall in front of you, finding pose of surrender, yoga mudra. Every inhale, you reach your clasped hands towards the front wall, allowing the neck to let go. If you feel any severe, really intense bone compressing pain in your neck, recommend moving off of the top of your head and leaning more on your forehead. Keep your abs engaged. Just allow this to be a good antidote pose, I guess, for all those back bends. Good. Inhale, reach your arms forward. And exhale, sink your hips back onto those heels. Swing your arms around in front of you. Reach them forward. Widen out the knees on your mat and come back into that child's pose. the bottom of the neck. Exhale. Slowly come back up to that tabletop pose. Tuck the back toes under. Lift the knees off of the mat and bring the hips back up towards the wall behind you to find downward dog one more time. You pedal out the feet if the hamstrings are still feeling a little tense. Otherwise, allow yourself to melt into the full expression of down dog. So we always think of this as kind of just a hamstring stretch, but it's really great for decompressing the spine, reaching the spine in two opposite directions, stretching out the vertebra. Next, inhale again, lift the heels off of the mat, toes, you're just on your toes now. Pull the belly button into your spine and round your back out, finding that cat, slowly finding yourself in the high plank pose. Good. Again, bring your feet together. Notice where your hips are. Keep hips in line with your shoulders. Inhale, lift your left leg up towards the sky. And exhale, left knee to left elbow. Cross under, knee almost grazes the floor, and send the leg back. Keeping the foot in the sky. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, come halfway down into the chaturanga, low plank. And inhale, press into the hands. Find upward facing dog. Oop. Inhale. Again, noticing the engagement of the glutes in order to protect your low spine. And exhale, find up downward facing dog. Hips reaching towards the sky, heels toward the mat. Long cleansing breath. Inhale, reach that right leg towards the sky. Keep the hips even towards the floor in order to stretch out that left hamstring a little more. And exhale, round the knee, round the spine, bring the knee into the chest. Take the right foot up close to that left hand, coming into pigeon pose. So ultimately the goal is to bring the shin parallel to the mat, but saying there's a goal in yoga is kind of, not really the point. So just allow your shin to rest wherever it's comfortable, somewhere in between your thigh and the parallel to the yoga mat goal. Just notice where there's good, stretch pain, and then when there's real compression pain. Inhale, place your hands next to your hips. Reach your stomach towards the front wall. And exhale, walk your hands forward, coming into that low pigeon pose. Allow your head to reach towards the floor, maybe stacking the head on your arms or on pillows. Just breathe deeply, send energy to that right hip. Being with just the feeling in your right hip, allowing everything else to melt away. Send energy to this area of your body. Relax your feet. Notice if you've been really flexing your feet. I just noticed my toes are severely clenched. Just allow those to relax. Just because you're tense in one part of the body, or you're stretching one part, doesn't mean you have to tense up in other areas. Inhale and exhale, maybe flutter the lips like a horse to allow any tension in the jaw to disappear. Good. Inhale. Long exhale. Sigh everything out. Begin to walk your hands back up. Pressing into your hands, bring your torso off of the floor. Hands come out in front of your shin. Tuck your back toe under. Engage that left leg. Engage the core. Inhale. Bring the right knee into your chest. And exhale, send the right leg towards the sky. Just kind of unwinding the pose. Inhale, now reach your right leg up as high as you possibly can. Maybe the hips will even stack. Bend that right knee. And just open up all of the compression that we had, allowing some space in that hip now. Good, unwind that, bring the right foot back next to the left. Next inhale, reach the left leg towards the sky. Again, keeping the hips even now, allowing for a good stretch in that right hamstring. Deep inhale, long exhale, pull that left knee into your chest, the left foot towards your right hand, and settle down, drop the left hip into that pigeon pose. Inhale again, press your hands into the floor by your hips. Reach your shoulders back, and exhale, begin to walk your hands forward, settling into that low pigeon pose. Good, drop the head. And again, just drop into the breath. Trying to have very measured inhales and measured exhales. Do a long inhale. Long exhale, sighing out any negativity or any tension from that hip. Begin to bring your hands back up to center. Engage the hands and the mat. Tuck that back right foot under. Engage the belly button. Draw it into the spine. Engage the abs. Pull the left knee into the chest. And exhale. Send that left foot up towards the sky, finding three-legged dog. Inhale, really reach that left foot towards the ceiling. Feeling the hips come to stack, and then bend that left knee. Good. Just take your minute again to find space in that hip. Inhale. And exhale, slowly unwind. Bring the feet together. Send the hips towards the back wall. Bend the knees. And exhale, hop up to bring your feet up in between your hands. Inhale, find a nice flat back. Exhale, drop the hands towards the floor. And just release the head towards the floor as well. Give a few deep breaths. Again, just imagining tension in your spine just rolling down your neck, off the tip of your head, onto the floor. No longer a part of you. Inhale, find that flat back, pressing your hands into your shins. And exhale, drop your hips towards the floor, eventually coming to seated position. Take your feet out in front of you. Bring the soles of your feet together. Allow the knees to drop out towards the side. Wrap your hands around your feet. Allow the knees come out towards the side again. Inhale, find that cow belly like we found earlier. Press the belly towards your feet, shoulders behind you. And then exhale, round forward. Kind of use the hands on the feet as traction to pull your shoulders towards the back wall. Find a deep stretch between the shoulder blades. keep the toes pressing towards the floor to help aid in stretching out the arms. Good, inhale, find that flat back, coming back to center. And then exhale, begin to find a forward fold. So come down as far as you can with the flat back. Pause there, inhale. And then exhale, round forward. Allow your head to drop towards the floor. If you're high off the floor, you can always rest your head on your hands or on a pillow. Come as far forward as you can go, and then just relax into wherever you are. Again, keeping focus on your breath and sending breath to any areas of tension that you find. Allow your shoulders to release. Feel energy going all the way up your spine as you inhale. Slowly exhale, push yourself back up to a seated position. Keep your soles together and just take a minute on a nice long spine. Just massage the insides of your feet, your soles, from that line from your big toe all the way to your heel. Just take your thumb and give your feet a nice massage. I'm sure they go through a good amount of abuse walking around barefoot in Hawaii, so just thank them for still sticking around. And find an area that's especially tender and just stay there. Send energy and breath there. Good. Give yourself one last long massage all the way down the foot. Inhale, find that long spine, and then exhale, begin to lower your spine towards the mat, keeping soles of your feet together, coming all the way down onto your back. Good. You can keep the soles of your feet together, stay in that reclined cobbler's pose for a little bit to keep opening up the hips. Allow your hands to drop out by your hips, or maybe even make a diamond with your forefingers and your thumb and just place it on your belly. Tracking every inhale, the rise of your belly, expansion of your chest, your ribs. Every exhale, feel the belly fall, ribs deflate. Notice any remaining areas of tension. Continue to send breath and awareness to these areas. I'm going to enter into Shavasana, so you can stay with your feet together. Extend your feet to the length of your mat, just allowing every muscle to let go. Hands coming up by your hips. Take a full inhale. Long exhale. Release any last tension remaining. Now, release any sort of thoughts you have of the physical body. I know we've been tracking it throughout the whole practice, but now's the time to just let it go. With the release of your physical body comes the release of your mental body. Just allow that to track only your breath. Bottom Your next exhale, begin to pull your knees into your chest. Wrap your hands around the outside of the knees. Give yourself a hug. Rock side to side, massaging that lower spine, making circles with the knees, and reversing the direction. Eventually taking the circle over to the right side, dropping into that fetal pose. Allow your head to rest on top of your arms. Take a full cleansing breath. Fill the belly, the rib cage, the chest, and exhale, let everything go. Press your hands into the floor, keeping your eyes closed. Come back up to that seated position with which we started our practice today. Maybe noticing the hips a little more relaxed, below the knees even without a block. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Palms come to prayer in front of your heart. Exhaling as you drop your hands. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste. I hope this practice will get you through the rest of your day or whatever else you have to do. Bye, Dean.